Allow me to show you something.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Mavy Award channel. I am Evelyn Stampley. I'm the producer of the Mavy Awards event that will be held at the South Shore Country Club February 8th between the hours of 2 and 6. 2 o'clock to 3 o'clock will be our VIP reception. And at 3 o'clock, 2:45, the doors open for all the fun. So I hope to see you guys there. If you don't know, the Maybes were created and founded by CEO of Media Maven, worldwide, Erica Porter. Erica had a vision that she wanted to reward volunteers who were giving their time and their love and not expecting anything, but always serving the underserved. And so Erica's vision is coming to life with the Maybes. So we absolutely hope to see you guys there. And as a part of that, we have started Meet a Maybe so that you can meet some of our distinguished and wonderful honorees. And so tonight, here in the Maybe neighborhood, I have invited our Maybe nominee that I have known for many, many years. To some, he is new, they don't know him, but to many, he has been a friend to all. It is Tyrone Stoudemire. Tyrone, welcome.
Thank you, Evelyn. It was nice to spend time with you, and I'm honored to receive such a prestigious award and such a noble cause. My salute out to both of you, you and Erica, for the hard work and dedication to ensuring that we have a good understanding of what our men and women are doing in our own community.
Yes, thank you. So, Ty, do you mind if I call you Ty? Because
You've been calling me that for 30 years.
I
You've been
know
calling
it's
me that
hard
for
for me
30
to
years.
say
Don't stop
Tyrone.
now. Don't
And I'm
stop
like,
now.
be professional. Don't call him Ty. Call him Tyrone. But thank you. So I can call you Ty. So just so the viewers know, Ty and I met over 30 years ago. Like he said, we were young. We were part of the young people at Apostolic Church of God under Bishop Arthur M. Brazier. And we were all in the choir together. And a lot of us started pretty much our church careers right there in the choir. And Tyrone and I were in the choir together. We worked together as a group of soloists. Remember, they tried to put that group together.
Yeah.
So I have seen you. And the blessing, honestly, is knowing that I remember when we all started there at that church. I have watched you grow since then, just like you've seen me. Married, child, marriage again. I've seen before Kennedy was born. And it's just like to watch what you do now and to see how God has just kept elevating you. It's a blessing to be able to sit here with you and say, now he's a part of our team. He has become a Mavy honoree and absolutely well deserved because of all that you do. I cannot think of a person that has not asked you for a favor and you got a number or a name or always trying to help people. So this award is absolutely suited perfectly for you because of what you do. But I want to know a little bit. I know one thing I really wanted to tell you before we even start. You blessed me years ago at Terry Terrell's funeral. And yes, Terry, you remember Terry. She was
Oh, yeah.
Terry was a lot to deal with, but
There's a
she
lot to
had
deal
a
with.
heart of gold. And
Yeah.
I came to the funeral, and I remember when you got up and made remarks, and you were saying to us, you were sharing with us how much of an influence she had made in your life.
Mhm.
And I'm sitting in the pew saying, I did not even know that. And it was a blessing to hear what you said and how she helped you and all the support that she gave you. I said, I never knew that. Oh, wow. You
Terry
learned
was
something.
Terry was a shining star, right? She was a
Yeah.
loving, caring person, very talented. Terry was a
Yeah.
fast typer and writer and speller and reader, and she got me right. My first resume, I didn't even have a resume. Terry
I
created
remember
my
you telling us
resume
that.
and pulled all that together and encouraged and inspired me. And she was a tough love. It wasn't no, it was tough love. You got tough
That's
love from
right.
Terry. Tough love. That's
I
all.
can count maybe 5 times I saw her smile. But you know, if Terry was in your corner, she was in your corner, and you never had to worry
She was
about it.
better for you than against you. She was better.
Yes,
You didn't want to be on
yes,
her
she
bad
was.
side. And technically, she was a softie. Her feelings would get hurt really easy,
Real
but
easily. Yep,
she had high expectations, and
yep,
she delivered, right? And she
yep,
wanted everybody was there with her. So
yep,
I honor and respect her, and thank God for what she did to help me to develop
yep.
and be the man I am today.
Yeah, she was. I loved her, and a lot of people, like you said, thought she was mean, but I saw underneath that, Terry,
Yeah.
please, and that's what made you love her so much, because all that toughness when she's talking, it's just like that's
Mm-mm.
not her.
That's
She
not her.
is her heart is as bigger than mine and 10 more people. So,
Mhm.
um, but tell me about, how did your journey with volunteerism? Where did that start?
Yeah, well, it started from the beginning of time. My parents are both givers. My mother was a
Okay,
registered nurse. My father was an independent truck driver, entrepreneur, and they gave and gave and gave. The model
okay,
was, too much is given, much is required. So we
yeah,
had to share with others. We lived we moved from the inner city to the suburbs in a very beautiful ranch style home, and all of our friends and families from the old neighborhood, they would bring over, with barbecues and playing in the yard, swimming in the pool, just having a kind. I was like, I wish these people would go home. Why they got to be here with us? I was like,
and they
I
won't
had to
go
get their
home.
own house. So I learned at an early age it was better to give than to receive.
Okay.
And being a member at that time, the New Jerusalem Temple Baptist Church, Reverend Lawrence James London, it was all about giving. It was given to
Okay.
the community. It was car washing. It was, selling barbecue dinners to raise funds for scholarships for kids who didn't have it. So people
Okay.
say volunteer, and it was service to us. I was told to serve. I was
Mhm.
taught to serve. Then moving to Chicago, meeting Bishop Brazier, and Bishop said, son, a tree is known by the fruit it bears, but the tree
Mm.
does not eat its own fruit. You are called here for a purpose to help and serve others. Don't ever forget that. Don't ever lose your way. So this has been a part of my character and who I am and my DNA since the beginning of time. I know
Okay.
no other way.
I can say that I've been a witness to it. So it's certainly nothing that we haven't seen or known. Now, I know of your work with the 100 Black Men of Chicago,
Yes, yes.
and I know you work with the Urban League, and I know you work within the church as well. Still, I don't know how you do it with all the traveling that you do. I have no idea how this is being done. But what other organizations are you actually affiliated with and working with?
So I serve on the chairman, I'm the chairman of the board for the Black Ensemble Theater, and our
Okay.
mission is to eradicate racism. And I
Okay.
joined that organization, and we built a multi-million-dollar theater on the north side of Chicago, where I volunteer my time as chairman of the board, raising money, inviting others to join us on this journey of raising money for to create an environment, a psychological safe place for people to
Mhm.
come and to understand other cultures and other backgrounds without the judgment. Right? I think we're more similar, we are different, but our different lies in our cultural backgrounds. So the
Absolutely.
theater provides that space to really
Okay.
celebrate Black culture in a way that isn't harmful or stereotypical in way. I
Okay.
served there. I worked very closely at the time. I was on the board of YWCA, working very closely
Mm.
with them to be able to put strategies in place to be able to help underserved communities.
Okay.
I get to work with 100 Black Men is one of the organizations, the Urban League, United Nickel College Fund was also another
Oh,
organization
okay.
that I work
Okay.
very closely with, to getting scholarships for young kids, Black and brown kids. So raising
Okay.
millions of dollars to do that. Also, the Boys and Girls Club. I serve
Oh,
in
wow.
breakfast with them every year. I spend time with their executive leaders every year to talk about helping to understand cultural competence and how culturally confident they need to be to interact with Black and brown youth around the cities that they serve. So I play
Okay.
at really at the national level, and then sometimes at the local level with those organizations. The Barbara Bates Foundation, helping to do prom dresses and
Wow.
prom garments for
Okay.
young boys and girls. So the
Okay.
list goes on. I think, for me, the answer is never no. It's always when and how, right? But I also would say, Evelyn, some of the biggest mistakes I've made is trying to serve and please everybody else but myself. So it's kind of
Yes.
a balance between the two, right? But I can't, at this point, I serve as an advisory person
Okay.
as opposed to sitting on boards because I just don't have the capacity of time with my job traveling. I just
Yeah.
recently was in Tampa just last week. This past weekend, with Dr. Shirley Davis has a foundation. I serve as an advisor on that foundation, and we
Hmm.
did a clothing drive and workshops and coaching for those who were impacted by the hurricane that everybody has since forgot
Oh,
about.
okay. Okay.
Sister,
Yep.
sister
Because the
forgot about the
fires.
fires, right? When
Mm-hmm.
we did that and had over 250 women and men coming out to get garments and clothes and coaching, and we were able to raise $10,000 to help them to get housing.
Oh,
Right,
wow.
granted a family $10,000 to get housing. So
Okay.
it's really about giving back and making your community stronger, better
Yep.
than you found it. Serving at apostolic, and I serve on the board with Dr. Byron T. Brazier, and we're looking at ways to actually improve the conditions of our community. Looking at strategies and solutions to help, whether we're feeding the homeless or feeding those who fall short. It's just really just giving back. It's just I'm honored and privileged. I don't even count the hours at a time. I also sit on the American Airlines Council focusing on Black travelers to
How?
help them understand. I don't know how. I don't know how. I
How?
don't know why. I also serve on the board for Black Travel Summit, which is an
Okay.
organization of youth between ages of 18 and 25, 30 years old who are now entering into travel, helping get passports, helping them just see things that
Okay.
outside the United States, those kinds of things.
Wow.
The list goes on and on, so I don't want to.
I
It's
don't
just
know
kind
how
of
you, I promise you, I don't know how you do this. I don't.
Evelyn, Bishop said, years ago, he said, listen, son, if you want to get something done, give it to a busy person. Because they ain't got time to play. They ain't got time to hesitate. They're going
Mm-mm.
to get it done and they're going to move on.
Done. Ty, I am so sorry. Please forgive
No
me. I
worries.
did not have my do not disturb on, and a call came through. Please forgive me.
Been there, done
I wanted to also ask you the impact of volunteerism in today's time, in the time frame we live in today, especially because it's MLK Day, a day of service, and all that Dr. King stood for all of us. How do you see the importance of everyone becoming a volunteer of some kind, the importance behind doing that?
I think that everyone has a skill and a talent and a gift. We all can give back and we all can be
I
great.
can't hear you. Lost your audio.
Can you hear me? It's a little staticky. Can you hear me now?
Um, it
It
could
sounds kind of
be.
staticky.
Nope, I can't
You
hear
think we
you.
should start, you think we should start
Is there
over?
like an audio? There's a symbol maybe that you could push. Looks like it was.
Evelyn, maybe in the call that you took could have thrown it off. Call that you just disabled, it
And
could
I
have.
wish we had closed caption right about now. So can you? Well, can you hear what I'm saying?
Can you read the chat?
Okay.
Read the chat. Read the
It looks
chat.
like our video, ladies and gentlemen, it looks like our video, we're having a little technical issue. We've had a few today, and I wish we could talk a little bit more with Tyrone about his thoughts about volunteerism. Ty, I may have to have you come back with us so that we can finish up this conversation, because we absolutely want to hear your thoughts about volunteerism and the importance behind it. And I
It's
also wanted
yours.
to,
It's yours.
it's my end. Okay. So is my end. Let's see.
I think it's going. I think it's. Can you hear
You
me?
can hear me?
I can hear you now. I think we're back up. Can you hear me?
No. If yeah, my mic is on. Do you see something that says, do you see mic? Is your mic on? Is it crossed out? No.
It's on.
Yeah, so it is a technical difficulty. I am so sorry
Let's go
because
out and come
I
back in.
don't. Let me see.
Let's go out and come back.
Yes, no. Okay, he's going to try to come back in. Guys, while we're waiting for him, I really want him to talk about the importance of volunteering, because that's what the Maybes is all about. That's why Erica started this foundation, because she had that desire to give back to others, especially to those that, it was her term, she said, that they're not seen, that they do so much for the community, but they are not seen. And she wanted to make sure those people who are always giving to people and always going hard for someone else, that one day out of the year, they would be celebrated and they would be given a prestigious award like the Mabie Award and the Presidential Lifetime Volunteer Service Award. which is sanctioned from the White House. And on each certificate, the president's name as well as the vice president's name, their insignia and their shields are on there. So it's a really, really great program, and I am excited to be a part of it. I'm honored that she would let me do something so large. Are we back, Ty?
We're back.
Oh
You hear
yes, we
me?
can hear him. So we're close to our end, but I can't leave until we hear from you about the importance of volunteering now in the day and time that we live in, and on that end. So take it away and share.
Evelyn, I think that's a very good question. I think that volunteering helps to build a sense of community, of belonging, of
Yeah.
inclusion. It's teamwork, it's collaboration. It's a way to show how human and how humane we are. Everybody
Mhm.
has been blessed with all the same skills and talents. If we
Yeah.
blend those talents together, we can move on this wonderful journey of being here on this earth. So I think it's essential that people look for ways to give back, to share with others, to reach out. I think we're at a critical time where people have forgotten just common
Yes.
courtesies of holding the door open for someone,
Exactly.
I go out of my way because of the privileges that I have. I make sure that I use not my Black privilege for my Black colleagues and friends and families.
Mm-hmm.
We talk about white privilege, and white privilege is something that we give it to people. Right.
Mm-hmm.
We think we don't have it, but we all have privileges, whether we can buy someone a cup of coffee in the Starbucks line behind us or pay for the McDonald's in front of us, somebody that's in there with a
Yeah.
kid. I have the luxury of being American Airlines concierge key, meaning I get on the plane before anybody else. I deliberately and intentionally look for women or look for people of color who may be at the back of the plane to get on a plane with me first and then put their
Okay.
luggage there. I
Oh,
look for people to be
okay.
able to, help pay for the food that they may have. I'm videotaping, guys. Look for people who may not be as fortunate and
Mm-hmm.
try to pay it
Mm-hmm.
forward. I encourage people to just stop, to think, and be in a world we can be anything we want to be. Be kind to yourselves and be kind to others.
Yeah.
Just
And
pay it forward. Just pay it forward.
the impact, like you said, if one person reaches out to help and that continues to multiply, that we would really see change be affected, not just across a neighborhood or a block, but really have that power that the African American community really could have if
Mhm.
we all could just agree, like you were saying, just go back to basics of volunteerism, of helping each other, helping your neighbor, just little bitty things. It
Yeah.
it would change the whole
Yeah.
world.
The
Yeah.
Bible says, love thyself, like love that neighbor like you love thyself. So how would you
Yes.
want to be treated if you were in harm's way? When people are falling short, reach out and help them.
Yeah.
Right? You
Yeah.
never know. And when I help people, I said, all I want in return is to pay it forward. Do it for somebody else.
Yes.
If I'm
Yes.
in a restaurant and I can afford it, I see somebody else that I know, pick up the bill and pay it, and they do it for somebody else, and somebody else. It's just the way. One of my friends, Erica Walker, who at Christmas time invites her girlfriends out, and they all bring an extra $50. And everybody gets this money. So the waitress has no idea that when they leave,
Oh my God.
she's gifting them, and she walks away with hundreds of dollars, not even knowing. And it's at Christmas time when every penny
Yeah,
counts.
that's great.
When
I
every
think
penny, so
that's
if we just
fantastic.
come together, bring a sense of community, I think we can do good for all.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. So, if anyone wanted to reach out to you and get some information about volunteering or maybe serve on one of the groups the mini groups that you mentioned to us tonight, where could they reach you?
So I encourage people to who on LinkedIn. It's a good way to meet me on
Okay.
LinkedIn, leave me a message. I'll respond back to that message and stay connected. Follow me on social media. I tend to plug things out there, what I'm doing and where I'm going, to really
Okay.
make sure that I'm not bragging or boasting, but I think the examples that we put out in social media, others can say, oh, I can do that. Or, I'm
Mhm.
going to join you there. I've had people say, hey, I'm going to come and help at Push and volunteer for King's Day, right? I'm going to
Mhm.
join you there. I know that's coming up. So I think ways in all different ways we can do to help one another. All the men that you're honoring are great, mighty men of God that's doing some
Yes, they
wonderful
are.
stuff.
Yeah.
I reap the benefit of Clarence Thompson and the benefit of Leonard McGee, who have been great
Yes.
friends and allies of the work that I'm doing, and will check on me and, just checking to see how you're doing. What city are you in? Where are you at in the
I
world?
know.
Just checking in. That's a part of community as well. It's just not always I'm feeding the homeless or working at a food pantry. It's about how we serve one another and volunteer, stand in the gap for one another. So I think that those things are very, very important. But I try to be accessible, I try to be reachable. But through LinkedIn is probably the best way to connect in with me.
Okay. Well, ladies and gentlemen, you heard Ty. He said that you can connect him through LinkedIn. You could also come to Apostolic Church of God. He is there many, many, many Sundays. So you can also check him there. Ty, I want to say congratulations again on becoming a Mavy awardee and a Presidential Volunteer Service awardee. I'm very, very happy for you. I look forward to celebrating with you on February 8th at the South Shore Cultural Center. For tickets, ladies and gentlemen, across the bottom banner, you should see the Ticket Falcon link where you can click on that link and you can go and purchase tickets. We have been telling everyone that tickets are going fast. So if you are interested, guys, reach out now. Go to that site and get your ticket, okay? Ty, thanks again for coming.
No,
Thanks for
Evelyn,
hanging
thank
in there
you.
with us. And thanks for just taking the time and sharing your heart and your thoughts about what you're doing, okay? It's
It's an
good
honor and
seeing you.
privilege. Thank you, and thank you, thank you, and congrats to all the people who are winning. Come out and support. Hear the stories that the men and what they're doing, and the women and how hard they're working to support our community. We love you. We have faith in you. And we mean that. God bless you, everybody.
All righty. Thanks, Ty. God bless you. Take care. All right. Bye-bye.
Join us for the Maybes and make a statement with daytime avant-garde attire. This is your chance to slay the fashion game while celebrating the unsung heroes in our community. Girl, what is daytime avant-garde? Girl, it's bold, daring, and oh so chic. Think vibrant colors, asymmetrical cuts, artistic flair, and accessories that scream, "Look at me now!" Whether it's a dramatic hat, a statement blazer, or shoes that sparkle like your personality, this is your time to shine at the Maybes on February the 8th, 2025. See you there.